everyone. We'd like to welcome all of you to the 99th commencement of Allentown High School. As we begin this ceremony at home, we ask, even though we know it is warm, that you please be mindful of others around you. If you have something that could block their view, so that when we begin the ceremony, if you would be kind enough to either put those away or if you need to move to another location. Please join me in welcoming the class of 2024 from Allentown High School. Welcome again, everyone. I would like to call to the podium Dahlia Edgehill. Dahlia Edgehill is the senior class president and a member of the Allentown High School Marching Band, Jazz Band, Symphonic Band, National Honor Society, History Honor Society, class activities, stage crew, and peer leaders.
Good evening, family, friends, staff, and graduates. My name is Dahlia Edgehill, and I'm the class president to the class of 2024. And it is my pleasure and honor to welcome you to Allentown High School's 99th commencement ceremony. My fellow peers, after tonight, everything is going to change. We won't walk the same halls every day or see the same people every day as we have for the past 4 years. And for the past few weeks, I'm sure that's all we've been able to think about. But tonight, and these moments ahead are for us to bask in our accomplishments and remember how far we have come. But let us not forget that we have so much ahead of us. We, the class of 2024, we're the future. And I don't know what that future holds for each one of us, but I know that it's going to be a bright one. So let us savor and enjoy our last moments together while we are gathered at Allentown High School. But remember that we are the future, and that starts today. Today, I would like to welcome Millie Haynes, the president of the FFA, to the stage for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Would everyone please stand as we conduct the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. I would now like to welcome the senior choir members who will be singing our national anthem. Please rise for our national anthem.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you to the choir and Ms. Wolf. That was incredible, as always. And now I would like to call our president, Mr. Pei, to the podium.
Good evening again, everyone. My name is Todd Payne. It's my absolute privilege to be the principal at Allentown High School and to have been a part of the many great things happening each day at our school. This evening, joining us, I would like to welcome a few folks. The Board of Education Vice President, Mr. Brett Williams, and his wife, Ms. Stephanie Williams. Board of Education members, Mr. Howard Krieger, Mrs. Stacy Bletcher, and Ms. Vanessa DePompo. I'd like to welcome the Superintendent of the Upper Freehold Regional School District, Mr. Mark Otero. Assistant Superintendent of the Upper Freehold Regional School District, Mr. Patrick Leary. The Director of the Child Study Team, Mrs. Margarita Baldeo. The Athletic Director of Allentown High School, Mr. Dennis Carey. Guidance Counselor and Senior Class Advisor, Mr. Justin Sauer. Teacher and Senior Class Advisor, Miss Amanda Cohen. Lieutenant Colonel Stephen Alexander, retired U.S. Air Force. And Dr. Trish Bogus, former principal of Millstone Middle School. I would like to thank the Board of Education for their continued support and Superintendent, Mr. Gutierrez, on his leadership, direction, and encouragement through the year. Also, I need to thank my closest co-worker, Mrs. Lamparelli. I value her hard work and commitment to our students and staff. While I can go on and speak volumes about everyone from AHS, I really need to thank both Mr. Crosby and Ms. Felino for their patience and having answered another 10,000 questions from last year from me again this year. And I'm grateful for their partnership, professionalism, and commitment to our students and Allentown High School. The entire staff, absolutely. The entire staff of AHS has helped teach and guide your children along their journey. They are a very special group, and I am proud of them and thank them for their commitment to our students. However, the essential thank you and recognition go to the parents and families who have been there for the entire journey, and those who will continue to support our graduates as they venture into new beginnings. Special thanks to parents and families who supported these graduates during their journey and will be there for their next chapter. Here we go. This is yesterday, today, and tomorrow. One day, not too long, you first set foot into AHS, whether as a freshman or a student who joined us along the way. You had your first day, and I would think that perhaps you can remember that with feelings, that it was like maybe wonder, amazement, nervousness, optimism. Maybe things went your way, maybe you stumbled a bit, and it took a while for you to find your footing or establish yourself. When you think back to yesterday, take pride in all you have done and how much you have grown as students, young adults, friends, family members, and members of the flock. All of a sudden, these yesterdays turned into today. Not literally today, but the recent memories, whether it was competing on this very field in athletic contests, co-curricular clubs and activities, perhaps FFA, robotics, performing arts or academic performances or productions, honor societies, or maybe your recent history led you to work, a career or trade, or decision to become a proud member of our armed forces. Then all of a sudden, senior year began, and it is now drawing to an end. In that building just behind the bleachers, you spent your days learning, growing, and sharing some of the very best days of your life. Sometimes speeding into the senior parking lot trying to avoid being late, attending events and supporting your friends and classmates. So many great memories were made literally here at Allentown High School. As we prepare to say goodbye, I am confident that I can speak for the staff, Board of Education members of both Millstone and Upper Freehold when I share that the very best parts of your life are still unwritten. They are waiting for you, and you are prepared for them. Move confidently forward and begin writing your future, taking with you all of the yesterdays and todays into what becomes tomorrow. No matter what you choose to do or wherever life may lead you, be prepared, be dedicated, faithful, and diligent as you move forward and begin writing the next chapter in your journey. Parents and family members, congratulations on your child's achievement. To the Allentown High School class of 2024, we will miss you, but we have to be prepared to let you go. It is your time, your future to explore, and your time to begin writing what is next for you. But for one last evening, remember the moment, cherish the memories, embrace friends, and celebrate being a member of the 99th commencement of Allentown High School right here at home. Congratulations and Redbird Pride. At this time, I would like to welcome Ms. Felino to the podium.
Good evening. At this time, I would like to ask Adriana Garagi to approach the podium, please. Adriana is our 2023-2024 Student Council President. She joined the UFRSD community in 2019 as a choice student from Hamilton and has been a devout member of our school community ever since. You can find Adriana roaming the halls at all times of the school day, leading the staff and the students with the Pledge of Allegiance every morning, hosting countless student council events after school, and even being interviewed for Allentown's very own promotional video. Adriana will be attending the College of New Jersey in the fall, majoring in communications, specializing in interdisciplinary and strategic communications. It is my pleasure to welcome Adriana to the podium.
How's everyone doing? Are we excited? I'll make it short and sweet, don't worry. If only 4 years ago, we could see how far we've come. We physically get to come into school instead of joining Google Meets. We see each other's faces instead of just the foreheads, you know? We breathe freely without masks and see clearly without shields, and walk the halls without markings of where we can and can't go. We are lucky. We wouldn't have been able to get where we are today without the help of our wonderful administrators, counselors, teachers, and of course our wonderful families. So from the bottom of all of our hearts, our sincerest thank yous to you all. When I walked into Allentown for the first time in March of 2020, I had one goal. I was determined to speak at my high school graduation as the valedictorian. Oops. So I walked into my first period class, Foundations of Algebra, which for those of you who don't know is the lowest math class offered here at Allentown, and that just speaks volumes on my academic strength at the time. We're thriving now, don't worry. 5 minutes into that class, I knew my goal needed some major revisions. That's when I stumbled upon student council and was led in by someone I would consider a day one homie, Ms. Folino. And here I am now, achieving a goal that seemed so far away, but went by way too fast. So here we go, the last speech of my high school career. These past 4 years have been filled with memories, good and bad, lessons learned from mistakes and achievements and experiences that will stay with us forever. If there is one word that encapsulates the class of 2024, it is without a doubt the word resilience. The resilience to get back to school after our world stopped, the resilience we faced after hardships in our personal lives that no one else saw, the resilience to keep going on with your day after eating half-cooked chicken from the cafeteria, which is, in my opinion, the biggest test of strength, and the resilience to show up for each other when we lost two of our friends and beloved classmates, John McCarthy and Emma Kleins, who we wish could share this special moment with us today. The class of 2024, we are without a doubt resilient. And if there's a lesson to be learned from some of our darkest moments, it is not to live every day as your last, but to live every day as your first. A new beginning. Take a second every now and then to stop working. Take a second to pause on your way to your busy city job one day. Look up from your phone and appreciate the beauty and the simplicity that remains in life. We have some talented people in this room who will undoubtedly go on and do great things. I know for a fact, and you heard it here first, that at least one of the seniors on our baseball team who led us to sectional champs, round of applause for them. I know one of them, at least one, will be seen somewhere on the Baseball Hall of Fame. Shout out to Jack Sweeney. Where you at? Where's he at? Okay, hey Jack, it's a good thing I got your number and we took a picture at prom. Okay, when I see your face on the hall, I'm gonna give you a call, okay? Okay. Perhaps one day a senior robotics team member will create a space shuttle that will take us to a new planet. Or an FFA member will go on to be the next Leslie Applegate, which, if you don't know, is the first elected national FFA president. Mr. Cruzan, that one's for you. And of course, the talent that will sweep the stages one day by our senior artists and musicians. And last and most importantly, a tremendous big thank you to our classmates who will go on and serve our country and allow us to live our dreams in safety. Round of applause for them as well. There are so so many things at Allentown that we'll be leaving behind, like our favorite teachers, memorable classes, and of course, Azir's infamous laugh that you can hear from a mile away or in your nightmares. And just in case you forget what that sounds like, which I think that's hard to believe, or you haven't had the pleasure of hearing it, I got you covered. 1 second. There we go. Class of 2024, we are lucky. We are lucky to have a place that makes saying goodbye so hard, for most of us, of course. So, as we take our next step and start this new book, we must remember where we have come from and where we dream of going. May we all get everything we want out of this life and more. As we turn our tassels, we close one book and open a brand new one with pages eager to be filled with stories of triumph, lessons learned, and love. Class of 2024, today is where our book begins. After all, the rest is still unwritten. Thank you.
Thank you, Adriana. I would like to call forward to the podium Mr. Brandon Crosby, who will introduce and call Francesca Scabilia to the podium.
I now have the pleasure of introducing our salutatorian of the senior class, Ms. Francesca Scabilia. She deserves it. Francesca is a member of the Math, English, Italian, and National Honor Societies, and is the president of the Science National Honor Society. She is also a member of the Leo Club, AHS Now, and does a variety of other activities and volunteer work outside of school. Francesca will be attending the University of Florida, where she'll be majoring in astrophysics. Ladies and gentlemen, Francesca Scabilia.
Good evening, family, friends, teachers and faculty, members of the board, and most importantly, our graduates, the class of 2024. I'm truly honored and so excited to speak to you all tonight. I know many of us are eager to turn our tassels, and it's pretty hot out here, so I promise to keep this short. Writing the speech proved to be much more difficult than I'd imagined. How do I address over 250 of the people that I've walked the halls with the last 4 years, knowing that this is the last or first time I may speak to many of them? Not to mention our teachers, faculty, and everyone else in attendance tonight. For the longest time, high school graduation seemed impossibly far away. And yet somehow, here we are with the rest of our future rapidly approaching. I have to say, it's definitely bittersweet. As I was thinking about what I wanted to say tonight, I came across a quote from an author by the name of Robert Balt. It reads, "Enjoy the little things in life, for one day you may look up and realize they were the big things." A little cliche, I know, but it made me reflect on what parts of high school were truly important to me. 4 years, not a long time in the grand scheme of things. In this time, however, we've all made countless memories. There are big, you'll never forget moments. Prom, the Disney trip, football games, graduation, or maybe it's a championship win or an incredible performance. But there are also the little moments that we oftentimes overlooked that have played a much bigger role in our high school experience than we might have realized. It could be those friends that you always saw between first and second block who never failed to put a smile on your face before your next class. Or maybe it's fire drills, those few minutes that we got to get out of class and talk freely with each other outside on this turf, even if it was a freezing afternoon in December. I know I was never mad at the chance to escape physics class. Sorry, Mr. J. These moments, which were seemingly insignificant at the time, will consistently prove to be some of the most important. For me, many of the memories that I hold closest from my time here at Allentown are the smaller blink and you'll miss it moments from each school day. They are what made up the majority of our high school experience. 30 plus years from now, they are what we will remember. When each of us started high school in 2020, the world was in a crazy place, as I'm sure we all remember. Given this, It's incredibly important that we do not take for granted the people that we've met here at Allentown and all of the amazing experiences that we've had here together. After all, the people make the place. We are what made Allentown what it will always be to us. Moving forward, I have full faith that each and every one of us has the potential and the capability to do great things and to make a difference. Let us make the most of every moment, work hard, and have fun, but also not forget that success does not come without mistakes and failure. There will be hardships, and we will have to persevere through them, but we will learn from them. We are responsible for our own success. While this chapter of our lives has come to an end, don't forget this is also a new beginning. The pages of the rest of our stories are still blank and waiting to be filled. It's us who have control over what the next chapter will look like, so let's make it a good one. Before I leave you, I would like to quickly thank all of my teachers, but especially Miss Testa, Mrs. Reed, and Miss Chambliss for teaching me valuable lessons and skills beyond just those of basic biology, statistics, and English, and for always tolerating whatever I came to bother you with on any given day. A special thank you to my kindergarten teacher, Mrs. Joanne Scumo, who was there on my very first day of school 13 years ago, and made it her business to be here to support me and her 25 other former students graduating tonight. If you are one of her students and you see her, be sure to say hi. She would love to see you. To my friends, thank you for sticking by me and for always being bright spots in my days. You guys mean the world to me. And most importantly, to my family, my mom and dad, my brothers, Carlo and Giuseppe, and my sister, Angelina. I love you guys. Thank you for your constant support and for keeping me sane. I truly would not be here without you. To my fellow graduates, I wish you all the best and hope you accomplish everything you dream of and more. Good luck. Congratulations, everyone. Thank you and good night.
Thank you, Francesca. Now I welcome the concert choir featuring senior members. They will sing the song Unwritten. This is under the direction of Miss Megan Wolf.
Open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions. You can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Touch yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten. Open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions. Stare Open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the ones that you cannot find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibition. Staring at the blank page before you. Open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the ones that you cannot find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions. I am on return.
Many thanks to our choir, the senior members of our choir, and Miss Wolf. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2024, Alexandra Salutatorian. Alexandra is the captain of the girls' golf team, the secretary of the National Honor Society, a member of the English, Math, Science, History, and Spanish Honor Societies. Alexandra will be attending Florida State University in the fall, majoring in biology. Please welcome Alexandra Solitario.
Thank you, Mr. Pay. Sorry. Fellow graduates, family, friends, staff, and board members, it's an absolute honor to speak this evening. To the class of 2024, no matter what plans may await you after high school, this may be the most challenging and exciting time of our lives. Though we have and will continue to face adversity as we continue forth, appreciate this moment and all of the hard work that it took to get here. The obstacles we've overcome and the obstacles that await us are innumerable. In fact, I'm overcoming one right now, fear of embarrassment. Writing this speech was probably one of the most difficult things I've had to do. While I've never lacked in things to say or talk about, I was anxious to put myself out there in front of others. After expressing these concerns for probably the 50th time to my best friend Hannah, she's sitting right there, I realized just how much time I spent worrying about what people thought of me during high school, and how much needless anxiety that I've had to endure because of it. I'm sure that most of you can think of a time that you were afraid to do something out of fear of being judged by others. At first, learning to break out of this mindset was difficult, especially in the midst of the pandemic. I remember sitting in my freshman year history class with masks and face shield up, and my teacher reeling off joke after joke trying to get us to participate. Literally not one person, including myself, could bring themselves to laugh or say a word. Something as simple as talking or laughing at a joke seemed embarrassing. To Mrs. Graber, my history teacher, I'm sorry about that. Looking back, I wish I could have been that person to laugh. Later that year, I went out for the golf team, and you can ask my parents, I was terrified. Not so much because of my golf ability, but because I was afraid people would think I was weird if they saw me carrying golf clubs around at school. Thinking back, I really should have been more afraid of people seeing my golf ability. I let fear and others' thoughts define my confidence and self-perception. Little did I know that the golf team would become one of my favorite high school memories. And overall, throughout high school, I slowly overcame my fear of judgment, and I made some of my best friends because of it. As we prepare for the next step, remember that the troubles that you may face in this challenging time that approaches you are temporary. Through my friends, I've learned that rather than worrying about the opinions of others around you, focus on yourself and developing who you are as a person. And to the friends that I made these past 4 years, I love you guys. We've also learned about overcoming obstacles by watching others. My family members have taught and helped me with so much, and it was through watching my dad that I learned another valuable lesson. On my 17th birthday, my dad and I drove to the doctor and found out that he wouldn't be able to play his greatest passion of golf for 6 months. He missed a putt, threw his golf club as far as he could, and tore his entire bicep. He needed surgery and months of therapy to recover from the split-second decision that he made while in anger. Well, I couldn't wait to drive alone for the first time, talk to my friends, and celebrate my birthday. My dad received news that felt like his world was crashing down. What this taught me was that the small choices that we make may create the biggest difference in our lives. While you would expect something like this to devastate my dad, he persevered. He learned how to play golf with one hand, putt every single day in our living room, and made use of every moment he couldn't play to become better. After fully recovering, my dad said to me that the experience made him more aware of his emotions while playing the sport, knowing that the choice to launch his club cost him greatly, and he's a better golfer because of it. And I realized myself that I could take the knowledge learned from both my family and friends into my everyday life.
Despite setbacks or unexpected events, continuing to work towards what I want will eventually create an effect. Rather than letting our fears and emotions control our actions, making the most of everything that happens is the most important thing we can do, because despite the present events, the future is still unknown. I strongly feel that this year's graduation theme, "The Rest is Still Unwritten," calls to this idea. Your future is important, but it's never guaranteed. Experiencing setbacks and tough criticism is a part of life that no one sees coming, but we all must deal with at some point. As we prepare to move on, rather than letting these mistakes and criticisms define us, there's always a choice you can make to set yourself on a better path for the next day. But also remember to celebrate the victories that allowed you to reach this present moment. That's why there are so many people to thank. To my parents and my siblings, thank you for listening to all of my complaining and for supporting me through everything. To my grandpa, here's your long-awaited shout-out. I love you so much. He's been asking about this for weeks. To Dan, my family, and friends, I'm so grateful to have people like you in my life. And finally, thank you to Mr. A for helping me with this speech, Mr. Schmidt for coaching me for the last 3 years, and all the teachers and staff who have helped me throughout high school. Before I go, I ask you all today that instead of fearing what people may think, embrace yourself, embrace the moment, and make the best of everything that comes your way as you walk through life. Congratulations to the class of 2024. Thank you.
Thank you, Alexandra. Each year, the senior class remembers the school and their alma mater in a special way. The treasurer of the class of 2024, Ansh Argawal, will come to the podium to share how the class of 2024 will remember their school. While he's coming to the podium, I would like to tell you a little bit about him. Ansh is the senior class treasurer in the Leo Club, a 4-year varsity tennis player, and was captain for 3 years. He is in our business academy and will be attending the Kelly School of Business at Indiana University this fall, majoring in finance. Please welcome Ansh Argawal.
Ladies and gentlemen, this class activities team has worked diligently throughout our time at AHS to promote school and class spirit while continuously fundraising. Thanks to our combined efforts, we have been able to create an amazing homecoming banners, hallway decorations, and most importantly, deliver a beautiful prom this year that was absolutely unforgettable. We would not have been able to accomplish so much as a class without our unwavering support and guidance from our amazing advisors, Ms. Cohen and Mr. Sauer. Your dedication and encouragement have been invaluable. There is a cherished graduation tradition at AHS where the senior class gives back to the school as a gesture of gratitude. This year, our class would like to thank AHS in a special way. We will be renaming the security booth in honor of our beloved Ryan Gom and donating funds for a new golf cart dedicated to him. Additionally, we are donating $2,000 to each class for the next year to help towards their senior prom. As we embark on the next chapter of our lives, we would like to extend a heartfelt thanks to Mr. Crosby, Ms. Felino, our class advisors, and the student council for all their help. An extra special thank you goes to Mr. Pei for always promoting great school spirit and being an amazing addition to our member family. Thank you, class of 2024, and good luck to each and every one of you for your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now I call the following students to come to the stage as we recognize our students that are entering the military. Annabella Conti will be attending the United States Military Academy at West Point. Ryan Ford will be part of the Army ROTC at the University of Pittsburgh. Jordan Gialanella will be part of the United States Navy. Ryan Pagano will be attending the United States Air Force Academy. Zaray Gregory will be enrolling in the United States Navy. And Ava Peer will be part of the Air Force ROTC at Stevens Institute of Technology. Now I have the honor of introducing Lieutenant Colonel Stephen J. Alexander, retired United States Air Force, to present our military recognition.
Thank you, Mr. Pei. Superintendent Cotturro, Vice President Williams, respected members of the Board of Education, faculty, administrators, parents, family, and most of all, the graduating class of 2024. First, before we start, I want to make sure that the parents of the 6 students and friends standing before you are recognized. Mom and Dad, this is not easy. We owe them a round of applause. I graduated high school a long time ago. I don't remember the speakers and I don't know what they said. I can't promise you that this speech will be memorable, but it will be short. Before last year's graduation, I called Mr. Cotturro and I told him that the 2023 graduation would be the last time that I speak. He texted me in December and he said, can you help me find somebody to give a speech for this part of the ceremony? I told him I'd do it. We later spoke on the phone and he asked me why I changed my mind. I told him that Bella Conti reached out to me for assistance in her appointment to the United States Military Academy at West Point. Frankly, after reviewing her resume, she did not need my help, but I was happy to help. I said to Mr. Cotturro, this isn't my military anymore, but it's Bella's, it's Jordan's, it's Zuri's, it's Ava's, it's Ryan's F, and Ryan P's. It's not mine anymore. Just like in 1992 when I entered service, it wasn't my father's. Despite all the changes in the military, especially in the Air Force, for better or worse, there is one staple that remains. The 6 of you risk your life for our way of life, for our liberties. This is the one constant that has never changed. You have to be entering this country's military because you love our country. You have to enter the military because you love those that you are leaving behind. That has never changed. That can never change. I want to put things in perspective of what your classmates, your friends, and your children are doing. There is no other job in this country that we ask our 19-year-old men and women to make a last will and testament. I listened to a Memorial Day speech recently by Ronald Reagan about 40 years ago. It was on Memorial Day, and I want to tweak something that he said that I really liked. Ava, Bella, Jordan, Zure, Ryan F, and Ryan P, you are just not going to risk your life. You are risking 2 lives. You risk the life you are currently living and your future life. Your life of being a wife, a husband, a father, a mother, getting old and retiring. You risk that life too. No one ever talks about it, but it's true. You risk 2 lives for our freedom, for the freedom of your friends, your family, your country. Some think that they may not go into the military and have a job where you go into harm's way. I am here to tell you, as a lawyer, that is not true. Lawyers go into harm's way. In 2006, a message went out looking for experienced military prosecutors for a new mission that has never been done before. Prosecute the enemy in the middle of a war using their country's laws and judges. This is what I did for 8 years for active duty. This was my Super Bowl. My wife read the message and said to me, "This is you, do you want to go?" Of course, like a good husband, I asked her if I could. This is going to be your first order for the 6 of you. Could you turn around, out face, and face this part of the ceremony now? My point, even lawyers go into harm's way and dodge mortars. Regardless of what you will be doing, the path you are choosing is a warrior's path. It is not without risk, it is not easy. If it was, there'd be more than 6 of you standing on this stage. I know you're entering service in part for an education and experience. You're going to get one hell of an education, and most of that will not be in the textbook. You're going to get more experience than you can imagine. You will learn under chaotic and stressful conditions. They are chaotic and stressful because there's a reason. When called upon, you will have to perform under those conditions. It may save a life. We know the 6 of you will be ready. You are going to be part of the greatest team on the planet. You will be the nation's shield, and when needed, its sword. When politicians finish talking, when debate has stopped, when negotiations have failed, and orders are given, it will become your mission to execute our national policy. It will be you raising your hand, saying, "Send me, I'll go." This entire community supports you and salutes you. Congratulations and Godspeed.
I'd very much like to thank Mr. Alexander for his enormous contribution to our graduation each year. It is now my pleasure to introduce our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Mark Otero.
I say this every year, and it usually gets a big round of applause. This is the last speech of the night. Our amazing, fantastic, smart, talented, funny, ridiculous at times, strong, curious class of 2024. Congratulations. We, this collective body of people, are so proud of you. You've heard a lot of advice tonight. I just want to share with you 3 very quick things. The first is a statistic that I'm going to read, and the parents are not going to be happy that I'm saying this. This is not meant to be upsetting to anyone. So here's the first statistic. 90% of all the time you will ever get to spend with your parents occurs before you are 18 years old. 90% of all the time you get to spend with your parents occurs before you are 18 years old. I find this staggering. But then after thinking about it, it's not a foregone conclusion. You see, the class of 2024, your parents and loved ones would do anything for you. Don't let that 90% be true. Your parents, your loved ones, your brothers and sisters are more important than anything in this world. The work they have done to support you, pay your cell phone bills, drive you to practice and back home and then back to school because you forgot something. They are also your biggest fans. Only seeing you for a small amount of time after 18 is something that you can change. Be mindful of the time you spend with your families. They will love you more and more as each day goes by, and they want to see you. Now, they don't want you living in their basement until you're 40, but they do want to see you often, and they deserve that. They are your biggest cheerleaders, and that will never change. My second thought is that our country needs you. Your passion, your wisdom, your voice, your love. We live in a fantastic country, and I'm forever grateful to be living here. There are some who believe your generation is apathetic, uninterested in government and politics. But I disagree. We know your energy, we know your drive to get things done. Our country needs that from you. We need you to advocate, speak up, volunteer, share your passion, and I have full confidence in your generation because of each of you. Apathetic? I completely disagree. The impression that you leave with all of us tonight is outstanding, energetic, smart. That's who's sitting in front of us today. Be proud of where you live. If our student council's any indication, I believe our country has a very talented and exceptional group of caretakers for this great nation. Finally, don't ever feel like you are alone on this journey. And I want everyone but the senior class, if you are able to, please stand up right now. Graduates, look around. This is a group of people that are standing here tonight that have your back. Every single person here has your back. Don't ever hesitate to reach out, talk to, support, or just say, hey. You are not and will never be alone in your journey through life's ups and downs. We are all here, and we will be here. Never forget that. You can be seated. I end tonight with this last quote. Every day you wake up, you only have one job, and that's to be better than yesterday. Carpe diem, class of 2024. Members of the Board of Education, by the authority vested in me by the State of New Jersey as Superintendent of the Upperfield Regional School District, I do hereby accept the certification of Allentown High School Principal Mr. Todd L. Pay that all of the students here present have satisfied the requirements as defined by the statutes and the administrative code of the State of New Jersey and the policies of the Upperfield Regional School District Board of Education, and it is my distinct honor and pleasure to present them to you for graduation.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gutero. At this time, I would like to call upon Adriana Garagi, Student Council President, Lily Haynes, FFA President, who will read the names of the graduates. The graduates will come forward when their name is called to accept their diploma cases. As they approach the podium, I want to bring to your attention the number of different color cords and stoles that our students are wearing. The evening's program lists what each color cord and stole represent. It's all yours.
Delia E. Edgehill. Francesca Josephine Shabilia. Alexandra Nicole Solitario. Ansh Agarwal. Jasmine Vanessa Valdez Cruz. Michael T. Accardi. Matthew Nicholas Adamski. Farah Farid Ahmed. Charles Stephen Archibald. Hannah Julie Basha. Grace Ann Bauer. Azir Boone Leary. Mark Cognetta. Declan Murphy Davis. Samantha Delaney DeSantis. Sienna Nola Casa. Ryan Knott. Juliana Loriano. Louis Giovanni Lichter. Brianna Murray Lipnicki. Destiny Irene Ochoa Scott. Caroline P. Rasmussen. Braden Matthews Reyes. Marcela Arles Samoa. Stevie Ruth Schaefer Massengill.
Sophia Rebecca Utsit. Jazz Wood. Sam Allen Agave.
Aiden Agnello. Faris Farid Ahmed. Alexandra Nicole Albano.
Samantha M. Allen. Jordan Drew Alster. Tyler Jack Ambrosio. Marcello Creel.
Tia Bajaj. Tina Giselle Balcarcel Carrera. Justano Miguel Barada.
Sophia R. Belladino. John L. Byers. Stephen C. Brothen. Liam David Xavier Brett. Bianca Rose Boucher. Liam C. Brosen. Riley Noel Brown. Jacob Thomas Bruckbauer. Caitlin Grace Bruno.
Peter Buenaventura Jr. David Joseph Gary Bulk. Ana Alejandra Buono Espinal. Connor Joseph Burke. Gavin John Byrne. Amelia Carlo Morales. Amidio Antonio Carpintero. Haley Christina Castellano. Lauren Ann Castellano. Aria M. Chaudhry. Nico A. Cifardello.
Sophia Civello. Kevin Michael Clark Jr. Robert D. Clayton Jr.
Gianna Marie Caniglio. Kendra Ann Conlon.
Nicolo Conti. Annabella Marie Conti. Chloe Michelle Conti.
Christopher Jose Cotia. Sarah Grace Cox. Alexa Mita Cruz. Daniel Raymond Cruz. Lily Colbert Cox. Evan Gary D'Amico. Hannah Dioria. Aiden Patrick Davis. John Richard Dawson. Preston Matthew DeGrazia. Brock DePompo.
Samantha DeRose. Tyler Jack Diaz.
Antonio DiMaggio. Lila Grace Domino. Umar Juf.
Samantha Marie Doman.
Megan Christine Dominich.
Olivia James Acallo. Richard H. Dunk. Christian James Dess.
Christopher Egan. Michael Francis Idell Jr. Christopher Falsetta. Madison Felicity Fernandez. Haley Rose Ferreira. Patrick Lewis Foley. Michaela Jalen Ford. Ryan Sakana Ford. Richard Formica. Alessandro Frizina. Michael A. Gallo. Abigail Garrison. Ainsley E. Geddes. Luke Gerhard Gensinger. Christabella Sam George. Joseph Germino III. Jordan Gelinella. Brendan Timothy Goodine.
Liam E. Granahan. Gianna Marie Grasulo. Layla Grego.
Zaray K. Gregory.
Lauren T. Grimes.
Gianna Grossi. Daniel Gualtieri. William Belson Guttridge III. Brendan A. Hagan. Cameron James Hall.
That's my brother! I know
Hayden Hilbert.
That's my brother! Brother, I love you!
Lindsay Marie Hines. Ryan Alex Horn. Grant Scott Howlett. Jacob Ryan Howlett. Nicole Lynn Infante. Christopher Iosu. Matthew Italiano.
AJ Jozalewski.
Jack Kamel.
Kyle Reese Kent.
Adam Khalil. Husna Fatima Khan.
Dimitri Allen Knox. Adam Coffey. Thomas John Kolpa.
Prisha Kupsad. Ryan Vetney. Peter Kwasinski. Morgan Ashley LaMonica. Giancarlo Laquera. Michael A. LaSalle. Thomas Donald Laurinaitis. Annika Law. Shannon Marie Lee. Maxim Reese Leonard. Riley C. Lichtman. Anthony Horacio Lino. Jake Lippett. Stella Julia Logan. Olivia Loma. Charles John Lasacco. Gavin C. Lorenko. Carmine Charles Luisa. Annabella Machado. Cade Richard Maglione. Mark Malapinski. Benjamin Malovich. Ruby Lynn Manzaville. Giovanni Gaetano Mandriucci. Seth Manfredo. Radhika Manvar.
Susan Maria Marquardt. Jasmine Jenna Martinez.
Connor R. Matwiel.
Christian Paul Maxwell. Matthew Nicholas McCormick. Daniel Joseph McGillen.
Jack Andrews McIntosh. River Shane Meyer. Maya Julia Miga. Traffic jam. Kylie Rose Mahalik. Kaylee Jane Misvidowitz.
Olivia Antonia Mooney. Grace Moore.
Jackson Robert Moran. Jack Moylan Mulrine.
Let's go, Jack!
Holly Christine Muni. Abhinav Murthy. Vito Rocco Muscaritolo. Jack Frost Musich. Ashley Brianna Nelson. Gavin Lucas Norman. Grady Thomas O'Connor. Chet O'Donnell. Sophia Campbell Ozlowski. Anthony Pato. Joseph Pato.
Jace Christopher Pagano. Emily Rose Polito. Christina Pantano.
Jay Jatin Patel.
Emerson Pauletta.
Angelina Pecorelli. Ryan August Pagano. Garrett Petruska. Ava Madeline Kier. Nina Amelia Pinero. Brielle Nicole Pleva. Jason Porzel. Amina Rabah. Julian Ramirez. Tanish Rayabaram. Tanush Rayabaram. Amir Redlick. Thomas Reinhardt. Miranda Ricciardi. Sean Ritchie. Miles Roy. Colin Patrick Rubin. Michael Sacca. Madison Sacco. Sean M. Salas. Alyssa San Giacomo.
Matthew Connor Sandor.
Sean Peter Savoya. Monroe Brian Schloss. Yes. Liana Scolo. Alexis Juliana Seabar. Sylvia Sereno. Sophie Anita Schellenberger. Hannah Michelle Siegel. Aiden Richard Michael Siegel. Prabjot Singh. Gavin R. Smith. Skyla Sorrentino. Olivia Stampolos. Pasquale Steven Stenko. Tyler Strambach. John Carter Sullivan.
Gabriella Mary Summer. Elizabeth Ann Swale.
Jack Sweeney. Juliana Elizabeth Tallarico. Alana Taskowitz.
Luke Taylor.
Cole Towers.
Sydney Gabriella Townsend.
Jonathan Jose Vera. Tristan Stephen Bull. Sonia Vora.
Abigail Morgan Von Harten. Ava Elizabeth Volpez. Molly Wagner. John Michael Walker. Timothy Patrick Welsh. Craig Weltner.
Edward M. Worse. Luke Patrick Wiedow. Margaret Ann Wiedow. Xander Wiley. Devin Faith Wilson. Caitlin Elizabeth Young. Matthew Zambrio. Salvatore Sebastian Zarilli. Caitlin Zuccarello. Kira Maria Kohler.
Lily Haynes. Adriana Garaji. I now call to the podium Vice President of the Class of 2024, Jasmine Valdez Cruz, to lead the Class of 2024 in the turning of the tassel. As Jasmine makes her way to the podium. No, absolutely, you are right. I would like to share a little information about her. Jasmine is our senior class vice president. She is in the Spanish Honors Society. She is co-president, representing her Ecuadorian and Guatemalan roots. While attending Allentown, absolutely. Jasmine was a three-sport athlete, playing field hockey, basketball, and lacrosse. She was also part of Leo Club Peer Leaders, Student Council, and class activities. Jasmine plans to attend the College of New Jersey and then transferring to the University of Pennsylvania in her junior year to continue her path in pre-med with a minor in psychology. Jasmine hopes to one day open a medical foundation under her name to offer free and amazing health care in countries and regions that do not have access to it. At the end of our ceremony, our graduates will be escorted out of Redbird Stadium by the vice principals to a receiving line formed by the staff. We ask that families remain in the stadium until all of the graduates have left the seating area. You will be able to meet them outside of the stadium after they have picked up their diploma from the high school atrium. At this time, I would ask that staff please begin to move your way to the receiving line at this time. Please welcome Jasmine Valdez Cruz.
Graduates, please stand. The turning of the tassels represent the transition from a high school student to a high school graduate, a transition into adulthood and a new beginning, a leap from one chapter of life into another. As we prepare to take this leap, we carry with us the stepping stones Allentown has given us, which brought us to where we stand today, and we will carry where we land tomorrow. We can tread this new chapter with a self-assured, fearless stride because of the endless support and guidance we have provided all these years. Growing up, my mom repeated one phrase to me, "Querer es poder," which translates to, "Where there's a will, there's a way." The next chapter of our lives is yet to be written. As we begin our journeys on separate paths, it is important to thank the entirety of Allentown for giving us so much more than a town, but a family. The memories we have all made in the last 4 years will not soon be cast out to sea. Allentown will always be a part of you, but now it's time to set foot on a new journey and begin writing the next chapter of our lives. Prepare to make new memories within this new chapter. Redbirds, it's time to soar to new horizons. Thank you to the teachers, staff, family, and all other supports that filled our high school years with elite learning opportunities, inspiration, and happiness. Now please join me in moving your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations, class of 2024. Keep bold in all you do and go Redbirds!
We would like to thank everyone for attending tonight's ceremony. Graduates, we wish you all the best in the future, wherever that may take you, and remember, you are always part of the flock. We would also like to thank FFA for the flowers, Buildings and Grounds, security, and the entire staff who've been part of tonight. Parents, thank you very much. Graduates, congratulations. Have a great evening.